This video is inspired but not sponsored by the Woke Salaryman. Visit their Facebook or Instagram page for more bite-sized comics about personal finance. I want to point out specifically to this post that talks about thinking like a business. Spoiler alert if you haven't read the comic. In short, it tells us to think like a business because technically we are selling our services to our employers who are our customers in this sense. And salary that they pay to us is considered our monthly subscription. So in this video, I want to extend the idea further on how we can think more like a business for our jobs. Now, when we are looking for a new job, it is as if we are finding new clients for our business. This is oftentimes a lengthy process where we need to prepare our resume and our cover letters sometimes, go through rounds of interviews, and conduct reference checks. In some sense, these are like marketing that businesses do to get their customers. Your resume and cover letters are adverts, your job interviews are a sales pitch, and your reference checks are basically people's review about your services. Speaking of marketing, we as employees, we can also do our marketing as well, but these are generally done on LinkedIn instead of businesses where they can just do advertising on pretty much anywhere. Businesses like McDonald's, Microsoft, Nike, and Google have what's called a brand. Because of this brand, we know that they exist, and we might even trust this brand enough that we might become one of their customers. Individuals like you and I, we usually don't have our brand, but the word personal branding might sound familiar to you. Though our personal brands might not go to the extent of large businesses like the McDonald's and the Microsofts of the world, or even like the famous CEOs like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and even Elon Musk. But we don't really need that kind of attention to qualify for a job. If what we do is considered a business, then why is it so hard to get a high paying job? Sad to say, this business that we run isn't really a strong one and is highly dictated by supply and demand forces. Generally, for a particular role, there will be multiple candidates, or in this case, we can call them suppliers. They are applying for a particular role. So we will need to compete with multiple candidates, or in this case, our competitors, for that one particular role. So it gives employers, or in this case, our customers, more choices to pick one supplier over the other. Because of this, it gives them higher bargaining power to bargain against us, the suppliers, the candidates. Unless you have rare specialized skills that are highly in demand and where there is very low competition. If you're thinking about tech, maybe not these days. An important question to ask ourselves will be, how do we win over all the competition? Another similar question that we can ask, putting it in a business perspective, is that what makes you pick an iPhone over a Samsung or a Huawei? What makes you pick McDonald's instead of a Ramly burger? What makes you fly with Emirates rather than with AirAsia? Everyone might have different answers, but generally I can think of the following three key points to consider: quality or value, pricing, reviews. Apply that to our case. Think of how can we match our quality of services to what employers need. Think of how can we match our pricing, which is our salary expectations, to what employers are willing to pay. Bearing in mind that different companies may have different capability to pay. Think of how do you get good reviews from colleagues and connections around you. Think through these questions when you're applying for a new role. It might make your job hunting more meaningful, and it does help with some preparation work, like answering the question, why should I hire you? Thanks again to the Woke Salaryman for the inspiration, and thank you for watching this video. I hope it gives you a new insight about your job and your career. If it does, please like, share, and subscribe so it keeps me motivated for making videos like this. And I will see you in the next one.